Well, here we are again, Mr. Speaker, trying to get answers to those sticky, inconvenient questions the leader doesn't want to and indeed never supplies. I'll begin with the dream that dares not speak its name here, but I will. Brexit. The Resolution Foundation tells us the UK's goods exports and imports have contracted by far more than any other G7 country, largely due to Brexit. Things are now so dire in Brexit land, even news of an uplift in GDP of just 0.2% is fallen upon by Brexiteers like starving pigeons on a crust of the stalest bread. Now, and unfortunately, in closing, her party also distinguished itself once again this week by choosing money over morality with its grubby handling of the racist comments allegedly made about one of our colleagues in this House. A debate re-examining how parties are funded is called for at the very least. Now, the 7 Up series was recently deemed the most influential TV series of the last 50 years. Well, 14 years is well and truly up for this terrible government. But apparently we can't be put out of our Tory misery yet because their junior MPs here have debts and need the extra months to build up some reserves. Would she agree that's not much of an excuse?
Yeah, Leader of the House.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The honourable lady insinuates I dodge questions. I do not dodge questions. 6 weeks ago, the honourable lady said she would write to me with a list of all the questions I had not answered. She has not yet done so. But again, Mr. Speaker, the SNP never fails to disappoint. Asking a question today about sound administration and morality, or money over morality, in a week when it has been discovered that the Scottish Government have presided over a 6-figure sum of Scottish taxpayers' money being spent on an art installation that promises, and I quote, a magical erotic journey through a distinctly Scottish landscape, otherwise known to the rest of us as a hardcore porn movie. I'm glad the SNP are interested in good governance and improving administration, particularly with reference to Brexit. Let me see how I could help improve the Scottish Government effectiveness in that regard. There has been criticism this week that the SNP are blowing taxpayers' cash on copious embassies and EU lobbying to rejoin the EU. That camper van, Mr. Speaker, must be out of the police pound soon. Why not turn it into a mobile embassy and drive between Brussels and European capitals, lobbying for EU membership? Perhaps if the SNP also wanted to continue their funding of innovative film projects, they could double up and ask Cliff Richard to come with them and produce a sequel to Summer Holiday. And of course there would be the added bonus that it would also cut down the need for the SNP to blow more taxpayers' cash on overseas jollies. We are here to help, Mr. Speaker.